There we go. Hi there, Vesta. Vesta, I recently got 2 cards from you, so thank you. Birthday and Christmas, I appreciate that. It's always nice to get happy mail myself. Okay, welcome everybody to my Stampin' Piece studio. I'm Mary Knabe, and I'm happy to have you here on this Tuesday, December 12th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Just a couple of quick announcements, and then we'll get into today's project, which I know you'll love. First of all, if you are not aware, I have Stampin' Piece gift certificates that can be used towards Stampin' Up! Products. They can be in any amount, and they expire in a year. So if you would like to give someone this holiday season a Stampin' Piece gift certificate, contact me and I'll help you out. The easiest way to contact me is by going to stampinpiece.com, okay? Or if your family is asking you, what would you like for the holiday season, or your birthday or Christmas, whatever it may be, because I sell these all year round. Or if you kind of want to steer them in a certain direction of some of your favorite Stampin' Up! Products that you've been wishing for, you can suggest they contact me for a gift certificate, and I'll take good care of them for you. Again, stampinpiece.com is the easiest way to contact me and let me know that you need a gift certificate. In addition, mark your calendar for Thursday, December 14th. Thursday, December 14th. 2 big things are happening that day. Number one, it's my birthday, big 5'9". You know, it is what it is. I'm grateful to be healthy and all that, and celebrating another birthday. So for my birthday, anybody that places an order of $40 or more on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday of this week, 3 days only, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday this week, orders with me of $40 or more, that's before shipping and tax, will receive 14 handmade cards free as a thank you, okay? Now, if on the 14th you want to bump up that order to $75, on December 14th only, 24 hours only, Stampin' Up! Is doing free shipping on orders of $75 or more before shipping and tax. So that's free shipping from Stampin' Up! 1 day only, December 14th, on orders of $75 or more before shipping and tax, or before tax, whatever. But you get free standard shipping. Okay, so you can think about it that way. If you want to place an order on Thursday, you can get the 14 handmade cards from me, plus you can get a free shipping from Stampin' Up! If your order is over the $75 mark. And then also on Friday and Saturday, if you place an order with me that day, at one of those days, at least $40, you'll get the 14 free handmade cards from me. But the free shipping from Stampin' Up! Is only on December 14th. Let me make that very, very clear. Free shipping on orders of $75 or more. Get free standard shipping from Stampin' Up! On December 14th only. Okay, December 14th only. And then since the 14th is my birthday, I've decided to give away 14 handmade cards to each person that orders at least $40 in Stampin' Up! Product from me on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that promotion is 3 days, okay? All right, I think we're good there. December 14th is my birthday. So anybody else share a birthday? I share a birthday with a friend in Cincinnati. She and I met through our daughters going to school many years ago. And as it turns out, we both grew up like about 3 miles from each other in Fairview Park, Ohio, which is on the west side of Cleveland. And we share the same birthday. So that's always been a fun thing. But when I still lived in Cincinnati, she and I would always meet for breakfast or lunch on our birthdays. But not quite the same now since I moved, but perhaps I can give Mary Pat a call and we'll arrange to do that in the near future. All right, I'm going to flip my camera around now because you are going to love today's project. Please, please share this live video with others, or you can even tag your friends in the comments to invite them to this creative demonstration. So on Sunday, I went to Cincinnati, which is 2 hours from where I live, and attended a Stampin' Up! Party that my upline and her upline had. And they're very good friends of mine as well, Susie and Sherry. So that was a really nice time and to gather with all team members. And then from there, I went to Emily's, my younger daughter who lives in Cincinnati, and spent Sunday with her, Sunday and Monday evening, Monday night, and came back this morning. So that was nice. Emily does get to Columbus a lot, but it's nice when I can go there because then I get some one-on-one time with my Emily. So, okay. So this is a project I did for a tutorial group I'm in. And I just want to show you this. I've got a set of 4 thank you cards in here. So this makes a really nice hostess gift. This is not what we're making today, but I wanted to show you this because thank you notes are a great hostess gift this time of year. It's not the exact one we're making, but this is the one we're going to make. And inside, I've got 6 of the basic white note cards that I decorated using the Masterfully Made 12 by 12 designer series paper. And that's a paper that is in our annual catalog. Okay. Now I will show you on this, and I'll pull out all 6 cards and show you. Or you'll see me making them in the demonstration. But I made a set of monogram cards for my sister Joan. So this will be something I probably give her with her Christmas gift. And for that initial, I used classic letters, which a pretty awesome set, if I do say so myself. And it is photopolymer, so you can see right through. So if you want to make words from the individual letters, that's really easy to do. And then you'll see that I stamped hello on the cards, for the cards I'm going to be making with you. And that comes from the Biggest Wish stamp set from our annual catalog, one of my favorites, because you can do some good mixing and matching with that. Okay, let's go ahead and make the folder portion first, and then I'll show you how to make 6 different cards to put in here and give you some wonderful ideas for using our basic note cards and envelopes. For the basic note cards and envelopes, remember these are the ones that are in packages of 20. You get the pre-cut and pre-scored note cards and the envelopes, and the finished cards measure 3.5 by 5. For that size note card, I'm using a card base of piece of cardstock 8 inches by 10 inches, okay? 8 inches by 10 inches. And I've already cut this down, double checking, all right? Half of 10 inches is 5, right? So I'm going to score at 5 inches with the cardstock in the horizontal position, right in half. Then I'm going to turn it to the vertical position, and I'm going to score at 2 inches. Okay. I'm going to burnish both of these score lines. And then I'm going to simply cut out like a little triangle right here. That's so I get rid of some of the bulk, because these bottom flaps are what will fold up and make the pockets for our note cards. Okay, that's all I did. And then I'm going to take a little bit of our multi-purpose glue, or Tombow glue, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it green glue because of the green packaging. And notice I'm only putting the glue on the outer edge of each flap. I think that just gives it a nicer and easier way to put the cards in and store the cards. Lots of times with pockets we're doing both ends, but I'm only doing the outside edge of each pocket, okay? So the finished size of this ends up being 5 inches by 6 inches, okay? Then I have cut a piece of Masterfully Made Designer Series paper. I love the bright colors in this. I love the whole color combination. And if you remember, I haven't used it for quite a while, but, and as you'll see me using some of the other sheets, it's all like designs made from torn paper. Like when I was in elementary school, that was like an art project. We would tear bits of construction paper and put them together and do a collage or whatever and make something cool. And this paper reminds me of that. So this is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches. 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to adhere this to a piece of lemon lime twist, which is 4 inches by 5 inches. I love how lemon lime twist and berry burst go together. You would think they kind of clash, but they don't. They really accent each other. Now I have a piece of 20 inches of ribbon. This is part of the, oh Jenny, what's it called? The Ribbon Duo combo pack, I think. And it's got 2 rolls of ribbon. It's in the annual catalog. You get both of these. I believe it's Petal Pink and Lemon Lime Twist. Ribbon Duo combo pack. Okay, I think I got that correct. But that's with the Zany Zoo suite. All right. Now, the reason I cut it 20 inches, and here's just a little tip that I use, kind of a rule of thumb that I go by. If I'm going, and this applies to regular size cards as well, if I am wrapping ribbon around something and tying a bow, which in essence, that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to fill it with cards and I'm going to attach that ribbon and tie it with a bow. If I'm doing that, wrapping all the way around and tying with a bow, I do 4 times the width of what going across. So this is 5 inches across, so 5 times 4 is 20 inches, okay? If I were just tying a knot, I do about 3 times. Okay, so in that case, if I were just tying a knot, I would do 3 times 5 inches across is 15, all right? So what I'm gonna do is just right now, wrap this around. I'm not going to tie my bow now. And then I'm going to add, grab my dimensionals, my layers to the front of this card holder. And I'm only putting those in the outside four corners. I want this ribbon to be able to move freely when I'm ready to tie the bow. Whoops. Wouldn't be nice if it were upside down. You just want to make sure you don't catch that ribbon under the dimensionals. I'm just going to center this here. So this is a really fun, pretty way, creative way to give some handmade note cards and envelopes. So that is my note card holder at this point. So I'm going to set this aside, and I've got 6 of the note cards and 6 of the envelopes. Actually, I can go ahead and put the envelopes in here. I'm just going to put 3 on each side for now, and we'll put the cards in after we finish all 6. So I'm making very, very simple cards. This is a gift that you can make up in a hurry. You know, one of the kids says, oh, you know, can I take a gift to my piano teacher or my teacher or whoever, a coach, principal, babysitter, whatever it may be, and you can make this up in a jiffy. So I've just cut a piece of the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper, and this measures 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. And you'll see I'm always going to start with that same size DSP, 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. And then I'm going to add my sentiment, and you can put it anywhere you want, off to the side, in the center. Just move it around and see what is pleasing to you. Now, a lot of times I would put dimensionals behind these. I'm not going to this time. Sometimes it creates extra bulk, but on my sample I did. So I'll show you that at the end. So there's one card. Another piece of DSP measuring 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. And you know, with the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, you can cut 2 to 3 pieces of DSP at one time. So if they're all the same size for my note cards, it's really makes it even more of a quick, makes it more of a quick and easy project. I like the pumpkin pie color on this. This was Berry Burst. And do you recognize the punch where this is from? Does anybody recognize that punch? It is the double oval punch. Now, I could have punched with the smaller one, but it was just a little too crowded, cramped, a little too small for my hello. So I chose just to use the top part of the double oval punch. Okay, so that was just one piece of DSP and the sentiment. On this one, I've got the same size DSP, and I really tried to use a good variety of sheets from the Masterfully Made DSP pack. And then this is another piece of DSP from the same collection. And it measures, so let me think, 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch by 3 1/4, 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. And you can be flexible on the size of this strip if you want it thicker or whatever. Put that there. And really, I would say you'd be okay to use dimensionals on these cards and still have everything fit nicely in the card holder. Sometimes I enclose 4 cards for this. I just wanted to use some more of this DSP and couldn't decide on 4. So I decided I was making 6 cards. And as you can see from my previous sample, that works just fine too. So, and 6 is a really nice number. If you're giving cards as a gift, I think 6 is great. 4 is good. 6 and above, even better. Especially to people you know like to send cards or write notes to others. I would say minimum of 4 cards. But it also kind of depends on the layers, the number of layers you have and embellishments, that sort of thing. Because if they're a little thicker and have lots of layers, you probably want to limit the number of cards you put in. But as you're working, and I would say make your folder first and then start making your cards, because as you're making your cards, you can put them in the folder and decide if you want to do another 2 to enclose in your gift. But people do love handmade cards. Okay, now my next 2 are going to be horizontal cards. You notice these were all vertical. You can change it up any way you want. And on here, it's, what do I want to say about the words? It's kind of weathered. The writing, the typing is kind of weathered, and it's meant to be that way. But if you look closely, you can see that the directions, or the direction of the letters, that's a thing with me. I don't want to see upside down letters. Okay, I'm going to stop right here for a moment because I have something else to add to that one. But what I wanted to show you is on this piece of designer series paper. This was a 12 by 12 piece. I wish I had a full one to show you, but I don't. And I really want this part, okay? That's what I want for my horizontal card. And, whoops. Okay, so I know I need 3 1/4. So I could cut it like that. And if you're okay with that, by all means, do that. But what I wanted to show you is if you want this brighter, more colorful part, more of the torn paper shown, what I do is kind of look and see, open this up. Here's 3/4 of an inch, okay? And if I just kind of place the edge of the design I want at 3 1/4, and I can look here and see where the cut line's going to be. And because I want to keep track of that 3 1/4 inch mark, I'm just lining up my DSP on this horizontal line of cloth instead of going all the way to that edge. So I'm going to cut this way. I'm going to flip it. Now I can go to the edge. I've got it at 3 1/4 and I cut there. So now I've got that part that I really wanted to be the focal point right there, okay? I have to say this, does anybody else have this paper? And did you notice, as I was doing this today, I thought, oh, I'm seeing some stamping words, some Stampin' Up! Words. Here it says, our customers, demonstrators, and employees. So obviously this came from some sort of print before, or here's the word inspire, start Stampin'. So that was just, like I said, I've used this before, but I've never noticed that. So I thought that was kind of clever. At times in the past when they've done this sort of printing, we've done some maps of actual places, some like historical, what do I want to say, things that look like like newsprint, things in a newspaper. So, but I just thought, oh, that was kind of fun to notice that because I didn't before. Now, obviously, this is too long for my card front. It needs to be 4 3/4 inches long. So I'm going to cut this off. So now I have exactly what I need, 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. So I will add this to my last card front, my 6th one. And then I have these pieces left. This piece that I have left over, I'm going to add right here, just because it looks like a fun little accent. You don't have to, or you could do a strip of cardstock, but I thought, oh, this is kind of fun to add a different little pattern to the one I already have on the card. And then I'll add my sentiment to each with a couple of dimensionals. You know what, Jenny? I know Jenny posted the information for the note cards, basic white note cards and envelopes. And I'm trying to remember what the price is. $8. Okay, people, $8. And you get enough to make 20 note cards and 20 envelopes. That is a deal, okay? That is a deal. And sometimes I wonder why more people don't take advantage of that. Maybe we're just so used to doing the regular size cards that we don't think about it. But, oh, I'm going to put this one down here, I think. I was going to put it in the middle, but I think I'm going to put it down here. So it's an incredible value. And, you know, you could do, if you want, you could do just 4 cards in each of the card holders, and then you've got 4 or 5 quick gifts. All right. I know this is the time of year that everybody is so busy, so overwhelmed. I started my Christmas shopping early. I have most of it done, but I don't know why. I always end up with some last minute things to do. And if you feel that way, this is definitely a way to go. If you need some quick cards, book club members, trying to think what else. Your dry cleaner. If you I don't dry clean clothes anymore. Trying to think what else. Teacher gifts. What else? What other kinds of, what other people or professions or whatever would you give this to? If you've got somebody that works for you or a coworker. So then I'm just going to close this up by tying a bow. How many of you would enjoy receiving a gift, something like this, from a paper crafter? Yeah, of course we would. So that tells me when you give a beautician, hairdresser, yes. Postal carrier, delivery people. Yeah, and if you would like it, so will other people like it, okay? So let me show you once again. Now on here, remember I did not add any dimensionals. On this one that I made for my sister, I did add 1 dimensional behind her initial. Just 1 dimensional behind her initial. Sunday school teacher, yes, mailman. Now, to kind of even things out so that I didn't have all of those dimensionals piled up in the very same spot, I just placed the monogram, the initial, in different places. And that helps too. But again, I just used 1 single dimensional. So it is a little thicker, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot thicker. Easy to mail. Okay, just get a small padded envelope. So that would make a nice, easy, inexpensive gift to mail. All right, any questions about these? How do you like them? Will you consider making one? And don't forget, you can, if you're going to a holiday party, you could, and teachers love to get thank you notes that they can use. Teachers love to get thank you notes that they can use. So that's an idea too. Oops, my glue came undone there. But so consider that as well. Okay, if you're going to a holiday party, you want to take a little something just as a thank you, a gesture, right? This would be a great gift. Now, I'm not going to give this away. These are both gifts I'm going to use, but where is it here? I'm going to give away some samples of the Masterfully Made DSP. Okay, now I have to say I was out of one of the sheets, but so you're actually getting 2 4x6 pieces from the same sheet, but then 4 different ones. And you can see they have great backs as well that you can incorporate. So I'm giving 6 4x6 pieces of the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper to 2 lucky winners. And if you would like to be in the drawing for that, please type in the comments now, Masterfully Made. That's the name of the... Oh, Deborah, make it for your sister. Awesome. She's been hinting for cards. Okay, when my mom was still alive, I would send her bunches of cards, and she always sent a lot of cards her entire life. She loved sending cards. Here it is, Masterfully Made. But when she would, she would give hints too. She would never ask for them, but she also would give hints. Oh, I'm down to the last 3 handmade cards. People just love those. Or she'd say, oh, I just sent the very last card to Uncle Will. And so I packaged some up and send her some more. So that's funny that your sister was hinting about that. Okay, Masterfully Made. I didn't see who asked the question, but somebody said, is this the glass mat? It is not the glass mat. It is, let's see if I have any left. It is just a piece of Stampin' Up! Grid paper that is laminated. Okay, you can see my other grid papers, scrap papers underneath. It's just a piece of Stampin' Up! Grid paper. You could do it with any of our grid papers. And I have a home laminating machine. And I've got my name here, Mary. You can't really see too well. But this is something that was a gift for each person that attended my October Creative Escape Weekend. We had these personalized. Andrea did all that. And we put them at their place in the craft room, and then they got to take it home and work on. So it wipes off nicely. And the other day I just thought, why am I not using mine? Okay. Margaret, you give your daughters thank you cards. That's awesome. Kathy and whoever that was that asked about the glass mat, I do not have I might have my glass mat. I just had 2 boxes, Stampin' Up! Boxes delivered. So I'm sure that's part of my pre-order. And if it is, then the glass mat should be in there. But I need a little time to play with that and check out all the different features and uses, and then I will certainly be showing it to you. For those of you who don't know, the glass mat, it's called the Glass Mat Studio, and there's a couple additional pieces to it. Is in the celebration brochure that starts in January. And that product is for the joining promotion. People can join, purchase a starter kit, and they can pick either that or they can pick an additional $30 of product. So that's sort of the celebration joining exclusive incentive or exclusive product. So if you're not sure what people were asking about, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, Pam, it was you. All right. Well, thanks for asking. You please ask anything that's on your mind, and I will do my best to answer the questions as well as I can. All right, Masterfully Made, thank you for joining me. I hope you liked today's demonstration of the note card, 6 note cards, and the note card holder. Now, if you're thinking, I love these, but I would rather make regular size cards, then you need to be with me on Thursday at 2 p.m., because we're going to make some cards using some brand new product that will be available to you in January, and we're going to make standard size cards. So obviously our card folder will be bigger. I'll give you the dimensions and instructions to make that as well. So that will be Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you then. Take care, have a great evening, and happy stamping.